Hey folks, TGIF, Dan Frio here, the mortgage rate update. Today is December 11th, 2020. Nothing really happened with rates today, but there's some federal news coming out and some other stuff that we'll go over here in a second. Don't go away, be right back. I'm going to show you that basically all the markets are on pause or just hinge upon what the federal government's going to do. And right now, some headlines just came out that's saying, is the stimulus going to happen or not? I'm not going to get into politics, but that's what's pushing the stock market. That's what's helping mortgages. That's what's helping everything out there. It's bonkers. People will finally realize what's what eventually, but run with it, guys. Let's just run with it. So I'm not going to go over rates at the end because rates didn't change. If you want to find out where my rates were or are, check out tomorrow or yesterday's video. But I do have a tool that just came out. I just launched a video earlier today. It was a kind of little condensed version. I have a brand new tool that makes the refinance process or the decision making of a refinancing of your loan. It breaks it all down for you to say, does it make sense? You get bombarded with emails and mail and YouTube videos and billboards and everything saying, great time to refinance. It's not for everybody. So that's what we're doing right now. We're doing the bulk of the business is refinancing because people are taking advantage of these rates. But I have a tool, and it's kind of making a no-brainer. It'll say, we plug in all your data. I'll send you a report. It's interactive too. I can be on there with you. You can do it on your own. You can change numbers and do all kind of stuff, change terms and everything. But it'll say, here's your current mortgage. Here's what Dan can get you. And then you can manipulate some things to say, okay, does this make sense? Does it make sense if I plan on moving out of the house in a year, 2, 5 years, 30 years? Should I pay some extra? It also goes into the thing where I would say, I talk about opportunity cost sometimes because I say rates are so low that if you're buying a house, do you want to put down a ton of money and get a mortgage with a rate under 3%? When the opportunity cost, and here's what I mean by that, is maybe take that excess money and put it in the stock market. The stock market since March is up like 60%. That's not common. The common returns on investments are usually 6, 8, 10%. So if you can borrow money at 3 and get a rate of return of 8, does that make sense? To me, it does. But some financial planners, especially Dave Ramsey, he says, no, pay off your mortgage. I disagree, but we'll agree to disagree. So that being said, I have a tool that we plug in your data. I'll send it to you, and then you determine, does this make sense or not? It'll basically just blast out the numbers to you. It's all completely facts based on your current mortgage situation now. So I'll ask you at the end of the video again, or I'll show you how to get your information. But all I need, if you're in a mortgage right now, send me your mortgage statement so I can plug in all the data and send you a report back. No high pressure sales, nothing. I'll just send you the report back, and then you decide what you want to do. So that being said, what happened to rates today? Well, let's find out. Let me go first to the headline news, just to show you the S&P falls for the third straight day. Why? Uncertainty because of the stimulus. Again, that's what comes up. It's not, hey, there's record earnings or there's record unemployment. There's record people on food stamps. And I'm being exaggerating here, but it's all on the government stimulus, which blows my mind. Whatever. Also on here, it's saying that a lot of the measures that the banks and the government put together to halt foreclosures, it's working. Now, when all this stuff goes away, that forbearance word that we spoke about, when that goes away and people have to start paying their mortgage again, what's going to happen? Well, I think we learned in 2008, 9, 10, 11 that the government and or banks have to start working with homeowners. The problem is you have a lot of people take advantage of the situation, homeowners, And then you also have the banks that take advantage of the homeowners. So there's an equilibrium here somewhere, and it's hard to do because of all the fraud and everything else in the world. But that maybe is for another time and place. But please be careful. If you're in the forbearance agreement right now, you might want to reach out to us and say, Dan, when this ends, I'm going to need help. What can we do? And we can help guide you through some of these areas. So that being said, let's get on to what happened today in the mortgage business. Well, MBSs are up 3, virtually nothing. So if your stock went up 3 pennies, you're not going to go out and high five and retire. It basically is irrelevant. So nothing's really going on there, which I didn't think so. And I said in yesterday's video, and I say on a lot of my videos, there's nothing happening, until a stimulus plan gets accepted, the vaccine gets approved finally and gets out there in the masses. Those are the things that are going to turn this market. But in the meantime, I don't really see anything changing things. So you can see here that we're basically flat. If you go back to these numbers here, what is this number? So I'll explain it to you. This number right here is what's happening to the bond that trades on Wall Street that is the biggest determining factor or biggest element when it comes to your mortgage rate, everybody's mortgage rates. This is the instrument that determines the mortgage rate. Then there's another piece of this puzzle that I talk about, and I'll probably do a video next week in detail. There's the mortgage-backed securities market, and then there's what's called loan level price adjustments. Those are, is the property your primary home or a rental? What is your credit score? What is the term of your loan? Is it a 4-unit building or a single family home? There's a whole bunch of criteria that affects or can affect your mortgage rates. Those are called loan level price adjustments, and I'll go over a thorough video on that next week. Okay? So this is telling us what the price of the bond is doing and what it did today so far. This is a snapshot of where we are right now. It doesn't give me the whole day's trading of this. So let me make sense of this. If the mortgage-backed security is up 3, it's really not a big enough move to change mortgage rates. However, when this number goes up, rates come down. Okay, so this is the price of this particular mortgage bond. As you pay more for this bond, the rate goes down. We love when the number's green. The green number has to be big enough to make a change in rates. 3 isn't a big enough move to make any changes. However, when this number is red and goes down, same thing the other way. Again, if the price goes up and rates come down, well, if the price goes down, rates are going to go up. So we hate when this number is red. So we like the green numbers. Okay? So this is basically telling us, where rates have been over the last quarter. I take that back. Where the price has been over the last quarter. You can see over the last several weeks, we are right there. And look where we closed basically today. We are right in line where we should be. Kudos to the Federal Reserve for buying mortgage-backed securities to keep this stable. Just a word of wisdom. The Federal Reserve does not control mortgage rates. They control what's called the federal funds rate. Mortgage rates are determined by this bond right here, the mortgage-backed security bond. What the Federal Reserve has been doing is they've been going in and buying bonds to stabilize the market, okay? So how prices are determined are by supply and demand. So if the supply is, or the demand is down, the Federal Reserve will jump in and buy up to make equilibrium on all this. I hope to God I didn't confuse everybody, but we love the stability. Okay, so basically nothing happened today. What I've been trying to do is show everybody a snapshot of what happened for the whole day. Again, if your stock started the day at $100 a share, ended the day at $100 a share, you're like, nothing happened. I can guarantee you something happened in the background throughout the day. That's what happens here. Look at this. Mortgage-backed securities went up, and then they reversed back down. So I monitor this. I get alerts. You might hear my phone blip every once in a while, or my watch. And I get alerts when we hit certain thresholds. And then I try to catch these reversals and lock you in so we can guarantee you the lowest rates in the markets. We try to guarantee you the lowest rates in the market. I can't guarantee anything, but these are the tools that we use and I use to help you guys lock in at the perfect time. So that's what's going on intraday. The calendar for today we had, and let's go to this news. You always hear me talk about inflation and other things. So the producer price index is a gauge of inflation. That number came in lower than expected. Perfect. The Federal Reserve hates inflation. They hate it. So they're trying to keep everything in check so inflation doesn't run rampant, but they're also doing things such as lowering rates on certain things to boost the economy, because we don't want zero inflation. That's called deflation, and that's bad. But you can see X food and energy, it was 0.1, expected to be 0.2, so in line. And then here's what's wild. Consumer sentiment. This is how confident people are in buying and just in confidence in the economy. It's higher than expected. That kind of threw me for a loop. But really this doesn't make any changes to mortgage rates. So just to show you, nothing really transpired today. This is an index that I try to post every day, and I forgot yesterday, giving you what's going on with the market. You can see this is a one-year chart. Look where rates were a year ago. They're in the 4s. Look where they are now, 2.8s. They're under 3. So they're over 1% lower than where we were last year. Okay, good guide for you guys. If you're you're like, well, does this make sense to refinance? Well, what should we do? Dan has a tool he just came out with that said, if you rewind this, I got a new tool that can break down and make this a no-brainer or a no thank you. And what I mean by that is send me in your mortgage statement. Give me, I'll pull up some data on you and might need a little bit of additional data on you. We'll plug in the numbers and you might say, oh my goodness, this is a complete no-brainer. Or I might come back to you and say, no thanks. Doesn't make any sense. Keep with what you have and just keep running with it. So that's what we have that tool for you. So today's rates, and this is generically throughout the country. 30-year conforming rate is 2.81. 30-year jumbo is 2.87. 30-year FHA is 2.8, and 30-year VA is 2.4. The one-day delta, this means any change from one day ago. Delta means change. The 30-year conforming rates didn't change at all. These numbers here, a 0.1, this is 1/100th of a change. 1/100ths. So 0.01 change. Virtually zero. Okay? A 7-day delta, again, basically nothing. And then a 1 year or a delta since February 18th, and you're going to see it's almost 1 full percent lower. 100 BPS means 1%. Okay, that's what that means. 0.8 or 83 basis points means 0.83. So you can see 1 basis point is 0.01. Completely irrelevant. It's not a change. So that is my words of wisdom for today. I hope you liked the video. I'm keeping it short. TGIF, go out there and do some holiday shopping. Get the economy cooking. But if we can be of any help to you, all I ask you to do this. First of all, please, if you would, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. Why subscribe? You might, this is, it really, I'll watch his videos or whatever. If you subscribe, what that does is it helps the YouTube algorithms push up my YouTube videos so more and more people can find me and I can be of help to more and more people. So that's that part of it. If you want to get in touch with us, and I said this before, we have this new tool, the Mortgage Free Analyzer. Email me your mortgage statement, okay? And I'll put that together for you personally. I'll run through it, do a video, send it back to you, and we'll get working on that. If you are in the process of buying, building, or purchasing a home, if you need pre-approved, we're here for you. Basically, you can even email, put in a request over the weekend, and people are always on staff, I guess I'll put it that way, to work on pre-approvals for you, even on the weekends, okay? I'm going to show you here how do you get us? Well, I'll show you that in a second. But if you're in the process of building, buying, doing a mortgage right now, and you're applied in another mortgage company, they have to issue you what's called a loan estimate or a fee sheet. All I ask you to do is email that to me for a second opinion. I'll either come back and beat it substantially normally, or I'll say, you know what, God bless you, you did your homework, you did a good job, keep with what you have, stay with that lender, and God bless you. Sign, seal, deliver, and don't look back. However, if I could be of any help to you, here's how to find us, reach out, how to get in contact with us, call us, email us, or do things online. Just go to therateupdate.com. You can scroll down right here. That gives you my 800 number. It's 844-775-LOAN, 844-775-5626. All of our social media is right here. I'd love for you to follow us. Here's a video of me going through a team meeting and walking you through our building. But the best way to get me, if you want to send me that mortgage statement or anything else, email it to me at D for Dan, Frio, at preferredrate.com. But if you're like, I just want to get the ball rolling, I trust what you do, I love what you guys are doing there, and just I need your help, you can do a few things. Hit apply now, click it right through, and you'll start the application. You can hit the home purchase qualifier, the refinance rate checker, or get a free quote. Somebody will be calling you here shortly after you do this. And just going through, just answering any questions you got. Again, guys, this isn't high pressure sales. We're just trying to help in any way we can. So that's all for today. Other than that, God bless. Thank you much. Have a great weekend. Enjoy life. Give somebody a hug and a kiss that you love. And take care. Be safe. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.